Unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. Before you diagnose yourself with depression or low self-esteem, first make sure that you are not, in fact, just surrounded by unpleasant people. Flowers are restful to look at. They have neither emotions nor conflicts. Being entirely honest with oneself is a good exercise. From error to error, one discovers the entire truth. There is a powerful force within us, an unilluminated part of the mind, separate from the conscious mind that is constantly at work molding our thought, feelings, and actions. Most people do not really want freedom, because freedom involves responsibility, and most people are frightened of responsibility. When making a decision of minor importance, I have always found it advantageous to consider all the pros and cons. When one does not have what one wants, one must want what one has. If you don't like a person, it's because they remind you of something you don't like about yourself. We choose not randomly each other. We meet only those who already exist in our subconscious. Human life should not be considered as the proper material for wild experiments. Words and magic were in the beginning one and the same thing, and even today words retain much of their magical power. We are never so defenseless against suffering as when we love. The interpretation of dreams is the royal road to a knowledge of the unconscious activities of the mind. What is common in all these dreams is obvious. They completely satisfy wishes excited during the day which remain unrealized. They are simply and undisguisedly realizations of wishes. The mind is like an iceberg, it floats with 1/7 of its bulk above water. Maturity is the ability to postpone gratification. How bold one gets when one is sure of being loved. Love and work are the cornerstones of our humanness. The challenge of leadership is to be strong, but not rude, be kind, but not weak, be bold, but not bully, be thoughtful, but not lazy, be humble, but not timid, be proud, but not arrogant, have humor, but without folly. The unconscious of one human being can react upon that of another without passing through the conscious. The great question that has never been answered, and which I have not yet been able to answer, despite my 30 years of research into the feminine soul, is, what does a woman want? Men are more moral than they think and far more immoral than they can imagine. Look into the depths of your own soul and learn first to know yourself, then you will understand why this illness was bound to come upon you, and perhaps you will thenceforth avoid falling ill. The weakness of my position does not imply a strengthening of yours.